Is Kara on?
Yeah.
Any word from Holly?
Nope. You about ready?
Yeah, let me just pour this coffee. I can go.
Can I start this?
Yep.
Come on, everybody, let's start the show. A quick ahoy hoy and away we'll go. Richard's got a minifig and Flynn's got a pin. The gang's all here and it's time to begin. TrickyBricks roll call. Moto, Holly, Kara, and sometimes Blair, Clicky, Logan, Ms. Thing and Angela, and Thunderman Ho! Now you're here to grab your bricks and let's go to the TrickyBricks Build and Chat Show.
Ahoy, hoy, friends.
Ahoy, hoy,
Oh,
friends.
my goodness. Sorry, I thought I looked better than that. Hi, welcome. Happy Sunday, everybody. Whoops. Sorry, I apologize. I just putting this out there. I am just getting over a horrible bout of food poisoning, and I am not back to 100% yet. So please forgive me if I seem less than normal today, but I'm doing my best here. So, but you know, the important thing was, we wanted to make sure that we did the show today for reasons that we will talk about in a moment. And if you've read the title of the show or anything, you know what we're going to be talking about today. But I want to get everybody on here before we start talking about our subject. So let's invite everybody on from the middle left-hand side of the United States. Well, not everybody, but this one person.
Yep.
It's Moto.
Oh, it's bright.
Hi, Moto.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going.
I see the tops of yes.
The thing I'm working on, yeah.
Of the
tip
thing
of the
you're working
iceberg.
on.
I'm set up for the build and chat, but I think I'm not going to be doing that much building and mostly chatting.
That's fine.
But just in case, yeah, I've got this thing is now too big for my desk, and so the camera will always catch a part of it if I'm
right
on it. I had to move my key. I can't do comments now on my keyboard because I had to move it off and out of the way.
So let me see from and now from across the bay, it's Minifig Chick. Hi, Kara.
Hi, Kara.
How's it going?
Okay.
Yes, very good. And from the Pacific Northwest,
It's
Holly.
Holly.
Hi, Holly.
Hi, ahoy hoy, everyone. I'm back.
I know we missed you last week, and then we all found out in real time that you were in Scotland because I had no idea, and neither did anyone else. But there you go. So
Yeah, I was kind of undecided, and then I decided.
Yeah, well, it happens.
Yeah.
And we've also got from the Pacific Northwest. It's Llano.
Hi, Llano.
Hello, everyone. Long time no see.
I know.
Llano.
It's so nice that you were able to have a Sunday off so you could join us today.
Yeah, just going to work later than usual.
Well, right. It's swapping.
Now, see, when you have the format like this, I can see Kara.
Oh, we're done. And from Southern California, it's PT. Hi, PT.
Hello, ahoy, everyone.
Hoi, good to see you. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I do need to say hi, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yes, that was my next thing. Today is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Wow, PT,
And
you're
the
giving...
moms to be, and the moms that are not actually moms, but are like your adopted moms. Like Holly is kind of like my adopted mom. I mean, she's a mom in real life, but she's also kind of like my adopted mom. So yeah, there's that. But
maybe sister.
No.
No.
Whatever.
No.
You dad me as much as I mom you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
Wow, PT, you're giving Holly a run for her money with drawers. Look at all those drawers behind you.
Oh, yeah. Just don't tell my wife.
Oh, is she not allowed in that room?
No, she comes in all the time. But yeah, she kind of gives me grief. She's like, you have too much Lego. But no. You can never have too much.
He's still trying to play that card that, see, that person's worse than I am.
That's it.
Oh,
there you
I
go.
see. Well, interestingly, I saw there was a thread on Twitter this week of a guy who was talking about getting rid of some Lego, and he's like, "When does it turn from collecting into hoarding?" and like being very real. And I was like, well, I think it's one of those things. Like if you buy the set in its box and then immediately take it to the storage unit, maybe there's a problem.
I think it's just purely a matter of organization. If it's not once you start losing sense of organization, that's when maybe it starts turning into hoarding.
Well, look, so we're all right then.
Yeah, we're doing
All right, see?
We're all okay.
And I think
Well,
this is very true. I always feel like I have both too much and not enough at the same time.
There you go.
You need one of those like little purple doohickeys, and you may have 200,000 other doohickeys, but not that one.
Either that or they're buried in a box somewhere and you don't know where.
I ran into that. I've been doing Bricklink tours because, I found something. And I was like, I thought I had more of this.
It was a fascinating thread, and just seeing what different people were having to say about it. Like he was just feeling the need to divest, which I totally understand. But yeah, it is always that way. Like you have you always need that one thing that you don't have.
Or 100 of that one thing you don't have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Or just one more. Just one more.
Right.
Oh, don't you hate that? You're going through a drawer and you're saying, the odds are good. I think I might just have 37 of this blue 1x2 plate. 34, 35, 36. No, just one more.
And you always like, I must have one. If I've got 36, I have to have 37.
Right, you're playing the odds.
Never quite works out.
Nope.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, hey, let's do some pins, friends. Oops. And we're gonna start off as always with Kara.
So I can't remember if I've shown this one before, but I thought it was appropriate to celebrate the Lady Pirates.
Aw.
Oh, that's awesome.
I need that.
Yeah, right.
The
Mischief.
Wanted for Mischief and Mayhem.
I love it. I know that I got my friend a T-shirt with her on it that says "We wants the redhead," which is really
And Kara, we met Red together.
Yes, I have
when
pictures
it
of you
was-
with
I
Red.
think it was your
I
birthday.
have a picture. She
Awesome.
was awesome.
Holly.
Okay. Straight out of the Tower of London. I got a raven.
Oh, I love that.
Whoa, that's
Cool.
cool. Where's? Oh, did you wait? But you weren't in London.
I did go to London. Yeah.
Did you go to France?
No, just Scotland and
Oh.
London.
Okay.
Very
Nice.
good. All
I
right.
may or may not have hung out with Brandon. She told me to tell you to call her.
Okay. I will do that. All right. Okay. Let's see. Llano, do you got something for us today? Pin, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my local Bricks and Minifigs on Sandy Avenue in Portland, they've been making buttons out of like old catalogs and instructions and just giving them out for free. So I've got
that's great.
this button of the Blacktron Cruiser that gift with purchase set recently is based on.
Nice.
Very nice. Yay. Whoops.
Hello.
Sorry, wrong button. PT, have you got something for us today?
I do. I have. Oops. This is Baby Grogu as Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Wow.
I picked
That's-
this, yeah,
That's a deep
It
cut.
is.
Right? That's
That's,
quite a mashup.
yeah. It was kind of cool. She did a whole series. This artist did a whole series of Baby Grogu's in different, like the Armorer and Mandalorian, and
That's
so
hilarious.
pretty cool.
That's great. All right. And Moto, where are we going today?
We're going to Disney because I managed to find
Yay!
a Disney pin. I did manage to find a Disney pin finally.
Oh,
Wow, old school.
Yeah.
That's the plastic one, right?
Yeah, this is from an estate sale, and they gave it to me for free because I was buying so much other junk at the time.
That's super cool.
So I don't know. I mean, it smells like 70s, 80s, or something like that. to me, but-
I would say that's probably 80s. Yeah.
mhm.
yeah, early 80s, 84, maybe.
Yeah, that's my Mickey. That's the Mickey I used to draw all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah, yeah. I can smell Figment on that too. So
That's funny.
All right. I guess it's us, right?
Yep.
Okay.
There's another black and white pin here. We've got
Oh
Sorry.
my gosh.
Oh, Baby Ruth.
it's
Sorry,
who
it's
is
going to
it?
be a second.
Here. I'll just hold it back here.
There you go.
come on, Miss Thing to the rescue.
It's got to
I
be
know.
Andy, right?
Clicky is coming around the corner with the focus knob right now. I can tell it's Kanga and Rue.
Oh, kangaroo. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Sorry.
Right there, Kanga and Rue in black and white.
Oh, it's Mother's Day.
Cute.
For
And
Mother's Day.
I have this awesome Haunted Mansion portrait
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
of the gal with the cat, one of the changing pictures.
Nice.
Cool. And I have a little frame on it too. It's so detailed with a little skull and everything. Super cool. All right. I'm quickly gonna take this so I don't have to look at myself this
There we
close
go.
up. There we go. Whew. Yeah, let's not do that again today. Okay, sorry, let me just get this on.
And I apologize if you hear thunderclaps. That's not Thunder Man. It's just that we have a massive rainstorm right now.
Wow. I love
Mike Thunderman.
lightning and thunder.
Yeah.
I always think if it's going to rain, it might as well put on a show.
Yeah, I agree.
So hey, let's talk about the reason that we are having a show today. I mean, yeah. So gosh, I don't even know how to launch into this. Well, I'm just gonna put this picture up, which I think is not only a great picture of her, but also just it says a lot about who she was. So actually, I don't know, PT, would you like to start things off by reading the letter that she wrote? I think that might be an appropriate way to. So this is Brickanista, who I'm sure you all know and had many interactions with here at on the show and out in real life and all that kind of stuff. So
Naomi.
Sorry, I'm having a very difficult time putting words together. I'm just gonna. I think she probably says it best herself. So she wrote something along with PT that PT has that he'd like to share with us.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and let you do that, PT.
Yeah. So, so Naomi, I guess I'll give a little background, and we were collaborating, doing online shows together and whatnot, reviews and things. And she started developing a cough late last year, and so she ended up getting going in and found out that she had some lung cancer, a little node, and so she went in for treatment. It didn't go well, and then somewhere after the new year, she ended up saying, "You know what? I think I need to move back home to be close to family." And so she went home, and then and we kept communicating. Although she never did come back online. I think December 23rd was her last broadcast on the Brickanista broadcast network. And so as we were talking, she kind of at one point said a few weeks back, said, "Yeah, I think this is this is it. It's a goodbye, and a farewell." So her and I, we were talking on the phone, and I just kind of started typing as she talked. And so this is her farewell. It says, "Farewell, my Lego friends. You may have noticed that the Brickanista broadcast network has been silent these past months. I wanted to let you know why. I've been diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, and my prognosis is not good. I want to say thank you to all of my AFOL friends. In 2018, I attended Bricks by the Bay, submitting a short film on Lego. Little did I know that this would lead me to a community of inspiring and creative lovers of the Lego brick. Over the years, I've been welcomed by fellow builders from around the globe, collaborated with many of you on build conventions, and participated and joined many Lego user groups. First Bay Lug, then Sea Lug, and finally Port Lug. Not to mention the online communities of Tricky Lug, Dream Builders, and Sort Lug. Thank you all for your friendship, and may the clutch be with you always. Brickanista." So that was the letter that we drafted out 2 weeks ago, I think now, maybe 3. And so she wanted to share that. She was very private, I will say, about her diagnosis. I was trying to encourage her to share more, but she just didn't want people to treat her differently. So so we honored those wishes, and now she's passed, and so now we're here to just kind of remember those moments and fun times that we had with Naomi, or AKA the Brickanista, however you remember her. So I just wanted to share that letter to kick it off.
I remember meeting her for the first time at it was Baylug, and we all went to go see the Lego movie together, and that was the first time I ever met her. Was at the Lego movie premiere. She became more involved in Baylug and started bringing models and stuff like that, and she was a force. certainly a force. And I have to point out that while we have seen a lot of strides in the Lego community and the Lego hobby veering away from being a male-focused hobby, we have a lot more female representation, but females of color, not so much. And besides Marianne Anasuma, I personally can't, off the top of my head, think of any female Asian builders that regularly go to conventions and build things. Like, that's just not, you don't see that. And so she really made a place for herself and carved that out for herself. And I am really impressed by that, because it's got to be hard when you're the only one of you in the room.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think we've all felt that way at some point or another. But I'm really impressed by her force. I'll just say, like, her force, so.
Well, I remember in some of the earliest build and chat shows, she had a major push towards narrative in the pieces. In the build challenges, there was always a narrative to go with it, and I think that inspired a lot of people.
Yes. There were definitely some War and Peace length. War and Peace length descriptions, but they were always thoughtful. That's the thing. It wasn't like she was just writing whatever. Like, it was always thoughtful and well put together.
Well, and as we'll see in some of the photos we have to share, there were some major characters along the lines of Super Sewer Baby, right? There was Batmanda
And Chubbin.
Chubbin. And weren't there like the Brushies as well?
She really he contributed a lot to the early landscape of this show. No doubt. Yeah, this is very true. She didn't phone it in, that is for sure. And Matthew, I think this is very thoughtful too. Brickanista was never scared to be different or try something strange, fun, and unusual.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder, Llano, with your pirate hat, if you could talk a little bit about Naomi and pirates.
Yeah. So, I mean, I met Naomi, like most of us did, through Tricky Lug. And I've always celebrated Talk Like a Pirate Day on September 19th. And 2020, it didn't give me the option to do something in person. And that was the first year that I did a virtual Talk Like a Pirate Day celebration. And Kara was there and Naomi was there. And it was a really fun virtual event. And I've been celebrating Talk Like a Pirate Day with Naomi ever since, doing Instagram lives and having her on. And, she's always happy to throw on her 3-corner hat and R along with the rest of us, which is so
Oh my goodness. You did more than just the pirate things too. You want to talk a little bit about the other things that you did with her?
Right. Yeah. I mean, so she's, I mean, a force is such a great word for it. And Brickanista YouTube channel is still like just a massive archive of her prolific live streams. And I got to be her co-host on Lego Masters, I think season 2 review. I was there for, we did every episode together with some special guests, and then would come on as a special guest every once in a while as she continued. PT was a co-host for some of it as well. And yeah, so some of my favorite moments were that we would just call it backstage, like you guys call it the green room, of like those few minutes. I was doing this whole thing of, I was calling it Fem's Face Prints, where I would base my makeup off of a minifigure head print for every episode. And it was like just kind of a funny idea. It was like, hey Naomi, what do you think about this? And she's just like, anything you said, asked for her opinion on, it was just like 110% encouragement of like, oh yeah, you should definitely do that. You should do that. And then it can lead into this, and then we can do that. And like, just such a like strategic branding brain as well, which I always admired her for. So yeah, for a season of 12 episodes, we were hanging out, getting ready together in the backstage virtually before going live, and doing my makeup. And she was always excited to try a few new things of like, look, I did a bigger wing today because of you. Yeah, a lot of good times with Naomi.
Yeah. Very good. And PT, what about you? You had a lot of experiences with her doing lives and things like that as well. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. Well, it's funny. We actually met Bricks by the Bay in 2019, and we kind of gravitated. Hey, there's Eric. Oh, very nice. In 2019, and one of the things we gravitated towards was the Micropolis build. I think Bill Ward and Devin White had some other people, and we were kind of looking at it, and we said, hey, that looks kind of cool. Let's collab, and we'll do something. And then of course COVID hits. So we didn't do it until I think it was 2022 Bricks by the Bay. We ended up putting, she did what was it called? Mega Micropolis Metropolis Multiverse. And she ended up handing out this brick to anyone who participated. Wow. And it wasn't just traditional Micropolis builds. but she said, make a block that was, like something else. So some people had Jurassic Park or, Harry Potter or whatever. And so she kind of bent that, and we put that on the end of the micropolis. So you had a regular city, and then it went into kind of these fantasy lands, if you will, fantasy blocks. And that was a lot of fun. But my funniest story was at Cascades, Bricks Cascades, and she didn't have enough green big plates to build this quarter block she was building. And she brought all her plates that she had, and they were a bunch of like 1x6s, maybe a 2x4, and she cobbled together this plate. And she's sitting there, and she started building it. Every time she built, the bottom would give way. It would just crash, crash, crash. And it was funny. She just kept going, but she was determined to finish that build. And then it was like, all right, don't touch it, And it was in the corner, the Micropolis build with a very unstable ground. She was trying to keep it hollow to run the wires for the electrical and the lighting.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah, so that's why it wasn't as solid. But it was funny, her trying to just cobble it all together, and she made it work. And then she went back after the convention and rebuilt it.
I call that doing it the hard way.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like when you need like 50 1x2 bricks and you only have 150 1x2 plates.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bridge that I know of. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, so we have some. Oh, I didn't know this about that. I didn't know this about her. Sorry, says Deneen. Outside the AFL community, she was the movie muse, reviewing movies for a long while. Yeah. Film was a passion, and I'm so glad it brought her to Lego.
Yeah,
that's great. I did not know that. Well, speaking of movies, I actually happen to have here her. Well, I have some images, but this particular one is the first one up. Is from the movie challenge build that we did, and this is like from. It's weird to call the pandemic the golden era of anything, but it really was the golden era of our show. Like it was like where it all happened, when it all happened. So give me 1 second. I'm going to bring this up.
It was when we all had time to enter every challenge.
Exactly. I am here for the 7th day this week on our 2.5-hour show.
Okay, so this is from the movie challenge, and I actually have her description that she wrote.
You are the archivist.
Yeah, it's the librarian. I can't help it. It was it says, it's a stormy and rainy day, and little Georgie just lost his paper boat in a sewer drain where he meets the dancing clown Pennywise. Thankfully, behind the scenes, Super Sewer Baby, along with his pet rat Vermi, oh my goodness, I forgot about Vermi, are keeping a watchful eye on him as Pennywise returns the boat to Georgie. Super Sewer Baby has been teaching Pennywise that living in the sewers does not give him a license to kill. Fortunately for the people of Derry, Maine, Super Sewer Baby is on the job and returns every 27 years to protect them. Another mission accomplished. Many thanks to Brickworm for the loan of the red balloon.
Very nice.
That's awesome. Well, I have some other images here too. Not all of them are accompanied with the story, but I do have the images. So.
Was that the birth of Super Sewer Baby?
No, this was already well into Super Sewer Baby's run. Yeah. This was like issue 43. I'm not sure.
This is my favorite of the Super Sewer Baby adventures.
Oh yeah, so this was the mythology challenge, and this is where she did the this was like the sewer goddess, and then you can see Batman up there at the top, with with all the rats and the soup. It wasn't this, was it? This wasn't the introduction of Super Sewer Baby, was it? I don't remember.
I can't remember Super Sewer Baby the first.
I think Super Sewer Baby has always existed.
Well, and also inspired, and I'm looking at you, Lana and Vanessa, inspired a lot of other Super Babies.
Right.
Yes, there were many Super Baby adventures, that's for sure.
Yeah, Super Sewer Baby is one of the endless gods that are destined to walk the infinite path of time.
Oh, wait, what was
Oh,
that?
the brushies.
Brushies. I saw
Oh,
brushies.
okay. So this was the monochrome challenge, and I see there's a Super Sewer Baby there in the bottom. Super
Yep.
Sewer Baby is there in the bottom in the little tank thing with the Fabuland figure.
Well,
So
and,
good.
And was this the start of Batmanda and Chubbin?
No,
I'm not sure if that's Batmanda there or just a panda.
that's a panda. Batmanda
Just
is
a panda.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We've got all right, so this was when we did the rebuild challenge for it was like a street sweeper.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it came with those amazing brushes. And, you know, some people made trees, some people made all kinds of interesting things out of the brushes. And she chose to plop them on top of a minifig, which I entirely respect, and create like a villain characters.
The brushies.
called the
Brushies.
brushies.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Isn't the janitor guy Super Sewer Baby's nemesis?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah. Well, and this is the thing I think I remember I'm trying to remember the brushies and well anyway, the point I'm getting at is, and I think Matthew mentioned this earlier in the chat, it was really amazing how we all made builds, but hers were very particular in that most of her builds were related to each other and carried along a single storyline
Right.
that like kind of went across multiple builds, which was not something that you know a lot of people were doing. And I always thought that was really impressive, and that's a lot of work to keep it all in there. All right. Oh, so this was the Sharknado. This was like her inspiration photo of with the shark coming out of the toilet. And then she had the Super Sewer Baby with the sharks coming out of the toilet. And then this was like the full.
Shows a lot of bravery to pose your Lego.
Yeah.
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 On a toilet?
I know you got to get those out of there carefully.
Yeah. And she never played with those again. They were sacrificed for the sake of art.
Although I have to suppose in the history of playing with Lego, there have got to be a lot of pieces that have gotten flushed.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, if you can go to there's a beach in England where there was like this massive crash of a ship that had Lego in it, and it dumped all the Lego into the ocean. And you can go to this beach and like Lego constantly washing up on the beach, like for years and years and years. So yeah. All right, let's see. Cornwall says Chris Chalice. All right. Oop. Oh, we'll do this one. So this was the one that she made for our 10-year wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
So this one's really meaningful, and it's really great. And I love that, like, at the time, there wasn't, like, a figure that looked like Logan, so she used the Friends dog to represent, which I love. And, of course, Super Sewer Baby is there to help in the celebration. And the brushies.
Traveling like Grogu.
Right? The little egg thing.
In a toilet bowl.
Okay, now, sorry, I'm trying to get back to that last photo, and it's not letting me go. So let me see if I can get it. There we
There
go.
it is, micro scale.
This was the
challenge.
micro scale challenge that she did with the big Super Sewer Baby in the ship with the
Coral.
the coral ship.
That's a coral.
And a little and she was actually she was a pretty accomplished micro scale builder. like really made some really amazing buildings and stuff. So, oh my goodness. So that's what I actually have others as well, but these were the ones that we chose for today. But I'm thinking,
assortment.
What was that?
Great assortment.
Yeah, and you know what I'm thinking. Give me 1 second. I think. Oh, you know what?
Yeah, there is.
I have. Oh, okay. Here we go. I do actually have another story that goes with.
That was with the street sweeper challenge.
That was a street. Yeah. So here we go. So this was. The janitor has converted humans wearing orange jumpsuits into an army of brush head people known as the Brushies. Emmett has been kidnapped and calls for help as he fights off the janitor. When Super Sewer Baby comes to the rescue with his pet rat Vermi in his flying Zamboni hovercraft. Super Sewer Baby has recruited an army of his own to fight off the Brushies when he yells, "Super Babies advance!" Super Tiny Baby uses his hip-hop music and glitter bombs to distract the Brushies, while Super Stinky Baby uses his flatulence and bad breath to knock them out. Those are the two here, by the way, here in the front. These guys. Okay. Super Sewer Baby takes Emmett home safely, and the Super Baby Justice League has prevailed again, with another mission accomplished. Very cool. So there you go. That is a
glitter bombs.
I know, the glitter bombs and flatulence. Who knew? Sorry. So
Super Stinky Baby knew.
Well, clearly. There we go. So, gosh, just and you know the thing is, like, when you talk about I don't know, when you talk about celebrating a person, it's so hard, especially when many of our relationships to her was like within the Lego community, and that was it. Like, that was what we knew of her. So to try and like kind of touch on all the points of a person, I think is very hard. But I again, like, I just admired her force of will and her just like being out there and being herself unapologetically and doing those crazy builds and just like going for it no matter how ridiculous. And you know it's one of those things where I remember when I was teaching the kids, I would always go, wow, these kids just have like such crazy imaginations. Like, I wish I could still be in touch with that part of me that could do that stuff. And I feel like she did. She was in touch with that, whatever that was, that thing, that imagination.
Well, and also collaborated with a lot of different people, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, what I understand now, I will say that we haven't been able to nail down the final date exactly yet. However, there is something, and PT, if you want to take over here and read
I'm gonna punt to Llano, but we were talking about the build channel. So one of the things when in those final weeks she was talking, she said, she goes, it'd be nice to have a tribute, and everyone did a build challenge. Her birthday is June 4th. She'd have been 61, and so she wanted to say, hey, it'd be a nice tribute for the Lego community to have everyone do a build challenge, like memory and whatnot. And Llano, I'm going to punt it to you to kind of give the details of that. So take it away.
Yeah, so for those of you on Instagram, we started a Instagram page that's at Brickanista Tribute. And so if I posted like a tutorial on this page if anyone doesn't know how to invite a collaborator, but the idea is that if you're posting on Instagram a Brickanista moment, like her request was, I mean, I'm sure any kind of tribute you want to do, of course, is beautiful. There's already been some really nice ones posted. But Naomi's idea was to build a Brickanista moment. So like a memory or moment, whether it's something in person, or a favorite build she did, or a favorite moment on a stream of hers, to build a Brickanista moment and then share it on Instagram and invite Brickanista Tribute as a collaborator. For anyone not up on Instagram, the hashtag system is like it's a little wonky right now. So just sharing with hashtags, not all of the posts will come up. So by inviting this page as a collaborator, we'll be able to have all of the builds on the Brickanista Tribute page.
Very good. And then we are going to do a showing of them, but we still have to settle the date on that. So we will get back to you on the date that we'll show them here on the show. But definitely do, I think, and considering how much, we, after just watching all of her, looking at all of her build challenges, builds and stuff, it seems like an extremely appropriate, and it was what she wanted. So this was an extremely appropriate thing to do, I think. So
Matthew points out he has more photos of her unshared builds as well.
Oh, very good. Well, maybe if you were able to get those to PT or Llano, I'm sure they could put them up on the tribute page. I'm sure that would be really nice. I have to say, I don't really. This is my first time. This is the first time somebody that I knew well has passed in the Lego community, and it's definitely like hitting me in different places than I would have thought, certainly. And I'm just so glad that I appreciate all of her contributions to to TrickyBricks and to the show and to Tricky Lug, and she hosted our Tricky Lug meetings for a long time on a Zoom account that she had, and it was just she definitely contributed a lot, and we appreciate everything that she was able to do, and she did a lot.
She did. I would say some of her favorite shows that I always liked was her Thrifty Thursday, where she would review a set that was under $20.
Oh, nice.
I found, because everyone's always highlighting and reviewing these big, massive $150, $350 sets. And she would do this little set. Oh, you can go to Target, and get this or pick it up at your Lego store. And there were some sets I was like, those are really cool. There were some classic space sets that they had that were really cool, and some others. And she just kind of opened my eyes to these small sets that are always overlooked and less marketed to, I guess. Then of course my favorite show of all time was her mock improv, and that's where she would get some builders together, and you had 1 hour to build, and the audience would put together. They had I think it was you had to have a character or characters, and they put them on a wheel, and then they'd randomly pick who that is, and they'd have a place and what the characters were doing.
Mock improv.
Mock improv,
yeah,
and it was hilarious. What the builders would build. I was fortunate; I was on a few times and built. But you're thinking an hour, and you're just building, and you just have everything was dictated by the audience, and it was pretty funny stuff. And then you're trying to figure out how in the heck can I show that or display that. So yeah,
that's awesome.
So so many great ideas.
Yeah, the one I remember that what I did was it was Thanos was the character having brunch in a kitty litter box. yeah. So it was, but give it 1 hour and you just go to town and build. It was fun. It was really, really fun and very creative, fun to watch and then fun to participate in too.
That's awesome.
And I know something else that she really loved were corgis and her dog.
I was just about to mention that. There's hang on 1 second.
Que Sera. Yeah, Que Sera, sir.
Sarah.
Oh yeah.
Record.
Oh, of course. And it's almost that time for the pause.
Bring it up.
So not only is it time for the pause, but I wanted to mention so she actually had a corgi named Logan and who passed. And at one point, she sent us the patch that she had of Logan's, and we now have it on our Logan's. Oh, look, here he is.
Look, there he
We
is.
now he heard me get the leash out. We now have it on our Logan's harness. So
wow.
yeah, that's like definitely a hi baby. That's a lasting memory. Like we see it every day when we take Logan for a walk. So, my goodness, excuse me. All right, so hey, let's do a little bit of Logan cookie time before we wrap things up. All right, so let's see. I am out of it. Sorry, like you can tell how long it's taking me to get here. All right, it's now with animation by the fabulous Llano River Blue. Logan cookie time.
Say hi to everyone. Good boy, Logan.
I will mention he was also a really good nurse yesterday while I was sick. Except for the one time where he decided to put both paws and all of his weight onto my stomach, and I felt like I was going to die. Okay. But otherwise, it was a really good one.
Good boy.
Boy, Logan. What a good boy. All right. And that has been... Oh, wait. It's time for the weather. I nearly forgot. With Skittles.
Oh, goodness.
Cloudy with a taste of cookies.
You got this, Skittles.
That one got away. Did that bounce off her head?
She looks at the table before it even gets there.
She's like, I know it'll land here on the table.
Caught it.
She caught it. Wow, amazing. Okay, Holly, you need to get like a green screen glove, and you can just make it look like the treat is floating through the air, and it lands.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, and that has been Logan cookie time. Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. Oh, hi. And this is our chests. Great.
We're back. A certain dog stole your
goodness.
crackers yesterday, too.
Oh, yeah, that was the other thing. Don't trust the nurses because they'll steal your saltines when you're not looking.
Oh, dear.
Like there were 6 and then there were none. Like they were gone. But anyway, I wanted to say to everybody, thank you so much, Llano and PT, for coming on today and sharing your stories. I really appreciate it, and thanks for everybody for coming and thanks everybody for coming and hanging out and giving tribute to one of our early driving forces. Really appreciate that, and she will be missed certainly by many. So thanks again everybody for coming and hanging out.
Oh, hey,
And
we're camping next week.
Oh yes, that's right. Next weekend we will not be here because we are camping. What are you shaking your head? We have lives, Moto. We have lives. Like we have to go live our life.
You should.
But we
It must be summer.
yeah. What was that?
It must be spring. Everybody's going outside.
Yeah,
No,
well,
lots of camping.
well, last year we only did one camping trip. We got like a ridiculous amount of awesome camping equipment for Christmas, and then had one camping trip. So we were determined this year to do more. So,
But we'll be back the following week with our normal shenanigans.
yes, we will be back the following week with our normal shenanigans. So, until then, and also again, happy Mother's Day to all. to all who celebrate and all who are moms and moms to be and all that good stuff. And I'm going to leave us here with this photo before we take off. But until next time, don't forget to stay safe, stay healthy, make some cool things, and from Brickanista, make time to play. Thanks,
And may the
everybody.
clutch be with
And
you.
we
Yes.
will
Yeah,
see-
that's
May the clutch
was-
be with you.
that
May
was
the
the
clutch
best
be
photo.
with you.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Happy
Ciao.
birthday.
Bye.
Not next Sunday, obviously.
That was very nice.